headed out on another trip. My plan is to go to Mount Airy, North Carolina. To go to the Andy Griffith town. I've been there before. I was there last year. Oh, can you see the woodpecker flying? Pileated woodpecker. I was there last year. Dang it, my helmet. Dang, my shield was stuck. Couldn't get it open. Fogging up already. But I was in a hurry because I was meeting my sister in the Outer Banks. So I didn't really get to see much of the town. I didn't get to go to the museum or some of the other things. And I'm wanting just to make another little trip. It's starting to get crazy weather here in Indiana. Cold for a few days, then warm for a few days. And so I thought I would try to make another little 2 or 3 day trip before it gets too bad, where I can't ride the bike anymore for a while. It's a little nippy this morning. It's a 43, but I'm bundled up pretty good, so right now I'm fine. Sun's shining. It's, I think, supposed to get up in the 60s, so it should be a good day. I always look forward to it. Got the sniffles a little bit, so you'll have to excuse me. It was chilly and I got hot packing up the bike and sweating, and so I kind of got the sniffles. So anyway, I'll be checking back with you later on when I probably wait for a while till I get to some pretty stuff. I may be taking main roads because I need to get there before dark and get I'm planning on staying in my tent, which is probably going to be pretty chilly tonight, but I think in the 40s. So I want to get there hopefully before too dark, which I've set it up in the dark before, so I just don't really like riding in the dark to get there. So I'm probably going to be moving on this trip, so I may not do much videoing. Maybe try to do a little bit coming back, but it's supposed to start getting pretty cold on Friday and rain and all that, so I may have to hurry home and not get to video much coming back. So we just have to enjoy the day of video once I get there. Alrighty then, there's that bright sun. So it kind of messes with the camera. Talk to y'all soon. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're creating adventures for yourself. Talk to you soon. Crossing the Ohio River from Indiana to Owensboro, Kentucky. Air temp this morning. It's Wednesday on my trip to North Carolina, Mount Airy, and I think I have too much clothes on this morning. I got several layers and I'm sweating, so I'm probably going to have to start peeling them off pretty soon. The sun is shining nice, so hopefully it'll be a good day. It's supposed to get up in the 60s, I think, today. Sorry if this sounds muffled, but I have buff on my face, over my mouth and nose to help keep me warm, so it's probably sounding a little muffled. Alright then, I hate these interstates, but this trip has taken me longer than it was supposed to. There was wrecks yesterday and road construction, and so it slowed me way down. I was supposed to have got to my destination yesterday, but I had to stop and get a motel room. I was still 3 hours from where I'm wanting to go, but I sure didn't want to be out driving after dark. Like I said, this time of year, there's deer dead on the side of the road everywhere, so got to really watch for them in the daytime. But I sure don't want to try to drive at night with them. All right then, I'll catch with you later. This is pretty boring. I know running down the interstate, it bores me, so hopefully I'll get on some twisty roads when I get closer to Mount Airy. So, talk to you soon. The mountains look pretty this morning. The morning mist on them looks really pretty. Well, I'm almost to Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is Mayberry. About 18 minutes. Pretty curvy road here. I was thinking about what it must have been like whenever Andy Griffith used to come back home. He drove these roads. I mean, I'm sure he flew back in probably most of the time, but I don't know where the nearest airport is. I don't know if he had to drive these roads to get home, or I'm sure in the beginning he drove back home, and I was just thinking about that, how that must have felt to him coming back home. From what I understand, when I was here a year ago, like I said, I didn't get to stay very long because my sister was waiting for me. She was coming from Florida and I was coming from Indiana, and we were going to meet in the Outer Banks. And so I couldn't stay very long. I just stopped for just a little bit, but I got to talk to the lady in the visitors center, and she was telling me a little bit about Andy, and that he was born and raised there in Mount Airy. And the house is still there where he grew up, and you can actually rent it out. But she said he lived there until he went to college. And then I guess after college is when he went on, I guess, to California and got into acting. She said he then came back and got his parents and took them out there. But all the characters in the Andy Griffith or Mayberry show are from people here in Mount Airy that he knew. And he would just change the names of the people, or like Mount Pilot is really called Pilot Mountain. So he would just change things around a little bit. But I guess basically the TV show was based off of where he grew up and the people, which I thought that was really neat. Welcome to Mount Airy. Warmed up, 64. Definitely going to have to shed some layers. This is downtown. Mount Airy. I should have went on so I could, so it was a one-way, so I'm gonna have to circle around somehow. I remember it was a little bit hard to get around in. When I was in the van, I couldn't. It was hard to figure out. So on the bike, it's probably going to be even harder for me. I don't know. We'll try this. I think this is what I did last time. There's a visitor center up here somewhere. Might be a little bit hard to park this bike. It looks like the streets are really slanting. This might work. It was a little hard. I was afraid the bike was going to be downhill too much where I couldn't get it back off the stand. Right down there is the visitor center. It's like they're getting into Christmas.